What's up, guys? Shawn here. Welcome to Tuesday Night Studio Sessions. It's been an interesting day, to say the least, but I'm going to wait a little bit to see if you guys show up. It says there's nobody here yet, so we're going to wait. So I'm going to – I already got a thumbs up, though, so that's weird. So Nacho's here. What's up, Nacho? Are you dry, Nacho? I saw that you were driving through the rain in Atlanta today. What's up, Brent Newman? How is everybody doing tonight? I tried for the life of me to get this guy to work, but this guy did not work. I almost got it to work. I think because we've got some weird usually when you're playing with Wi-Fi and the Wi-Fi is Claude's here? What? Wait, what time is it? It's not 9 o'clock. What is Claude doing here? I got my three faithful here. That's awesome. But I think whenever there's like Wi-Fi, but it's like secure Wi-Fi through like a hotel, you have to log on to the Wi-Fi, but then you also have to go to this like landing page and you have to accept the terms and conditions. And I don't think the GoPro MAX has that ability. I've tried forever to get I bet if I did it at home, then I think it would work out. But we're in St. Louis today. Didn't know if I was going to make it to St. Louis because we had a winter storm in Nashville and there was ice everywhere. So there was black ice my whole drive to the airport. My flight was supposed to leave at 7:35 this morning. But then when I got to the airport, it wasn't going to leave until 9:20. And then I don't think we took off until like 10:15 or something like that. But Nacho, you said the ice stopped you. Did anything happen? Did you get in a wreck or did you just decide to get off the road because it was too dangerous? I almost didn't go to the airport this morning. It was a little crazy this morning, but so we're live on my Samsung Galaxy Book 12 and I've hooked up my Logitech Brio camera. So the Logitech Brio is my backup. So I've got the camera kind of right above you guys. So I'm going to try to read. This way I'll be looking at you. I know it looks like my bed's not made, but it's just everything's white. So the bed's actually made over there. I haven't gone to sleep or anything yet. And I feel like I'm all naked. Let me button up this button. Look a little dapper. There's my little headlights for you, Nacho. Perhaps a portable wireless router would allow you to use the GoPro MAX. That's a good idea. I tried just about everything. I tried to share. So my Samsung Galaxy Book has a SIM card in it. My phone has a SIM card in it. Both of them have the ability to share a Wi-Fi hotspot or to share a mobile hotspot. So I tried that. And this hotel's not clear. They have an AT&T Wi-Fi and they have an H Honors Wi-Fi, and it's like both of them are kind of the same thing. Like no matter what I go to, they do the same thing. So it's kind of unclear. And I signed up for premium Wi-Fi, so I'm hoping we're getting premium Wi-Fi right now. So what's the stream look like? I don't know. You guys getting it in 720 or 1080? Since I'm doing it from the road, I don't know. And then I decided not to go with the Samsung camera because it doesn't do very good in low light. But I see a lot of noise in what I'm looking at on the screen. So it might be the Brio doesn't seem. I couldn't get the Brio software to work. So this is the YouTube live studio pulling in the video feed from the Logitech Brio. So we'll see what happens. Chevy's here. So I know you guys have seen Chevy show up in the last couple of weeks. He is a good friend of my son's. So we play Fortnite together. But I will not be playing Fortnite tonight because I am in St. Louis. And my wife is here. So excited that my wife, the only time she shows up to my live stream is when I'm not there snuggling with her. So Nacho says my stream's coming across in 720. I think that's acceptable for the Wi-Fi coming over. So my daughter got her cast taken off today. She broke her arm about 4 weeks ago. So that was good. So let's see what's happening. So Nacho says, get it twerking. I stopped him, Brent Newman. Okay, we talked about that. Yes, I didn't even make it to Atlanta. I got off the highway before it got bad. My stream looks good. Chevy car's here. Brent Newman is watching me in 1080. So he said it looks good and it sounds good. So if that is happening while I'm in, in a remote location using hotel Wi-Fi, then that is a total win for me, I think. So now Nacho's talking to my wife. Steve's getting me in 1080, so that's good. So yeah, what do you guys want to talk about? I don't really have a topic today. I do have some exciting news. Apparently, tomorrow in Nashville, there will be a drone on my doorstep while I am in St. Louis. So so I'm super excited about that. Yeah, it is the DJI Mavic Mini. So I did some selling on eBay, sold some gear so I sold the Mevo, that wonderful little Mevo camera that gave me so many headaches. I sold it on eBay, and so I used that money to get the DJI Mavic Mini. So that timing worked out pretty good. And the DJI Spark was my favorite drone of all time. Well, favorite small compact drone, and it's the drone that I tell everybody to get first is the DJI Spark, just because it's durable. You can I've wrecked several of them and they just kind of bounce back. They're rigid. They're they don't have any like parts that stick out really, really far that become fragile because they're really far away from the body. It's kind of a short and stumpy little drone. So I'm hoping that the DJI Mavic Mini will be the new drone that I tell people to start out with. So yeah, so that's pretty cool. Gav Noodles, my son is on here. So my wife is on here and my son is on here. So they must be missing their daddy and their husband. I'm going to leave that alone, Nacho. So, so Nacho, are we meeting up tomorrow? Are you going to be in St. Louis tomorrow, or are we going to have to cancel that? I'll be back in Nashville Thursday night if you're driving that slow. But yeah, Nacho was supposed to meet me here in St. Louis on Wednesday, but he's going to do his best. But I don't want you to kill yourself, buddy. If you have to stop because this is the ice, I don't want I don't want that to happen. Probably can't mount the Max on the Mavic Mini. I did some stupid things when I started this YouTube channel. Oh, hey, the GoPro MAX was on. Who'd have thought? Powering off. Actually, I probably should have just recorded from there while I did this. But what was I going to say? Oh, I tried to I mounted some stupid things to that Spark. I mounted a Xiaomi Mi Sphere, which was it was a small 360 camera, but it was about the same size as the Spark, so that was stupid of me. And then I put a GoPro Session on the Spark, Both of those cameras were way too heavy for the Spark. That was kind of me. There's a lot of experimentation on my channel, and there's a lot of risks that I take to kind of show you guys what you can and can't do. And I'm always trying to take my gear outside of the box and go forward and all that kind of stuff. But over over the 2.5 years that I've been doing this YouTube channel, I've come to the realization that, especially for safety, you really shouldn't put a camera, you shouldn't add a lot of weight to a drone. I see, I've put some things on my Mavic Air, and I wouldn't dare put anything on the Parrot. I think the Parrot Anafi is engineered kind of perfectly. Like, it's engineered it has just enough propellers to lift it off the ground. It has just enough, like, it's engineered to do what it does. It's not engineered at all to carry any payload. But I do have drones that can carry a payload because I can take the cameras off, like all of my every unique drone that I have. The camera's removable, and I can replace that with up to the same amount of weight, and the drone will just will fly the same way it's supposed to. So you're working on, so Nacho's riding his bike. He's working on his footage that he took today. I saw him. He did was it a live stream? There's a small little video from Cracker Barrel, looked like, from the parking lot. And I said something, but I think you turned it off before you saw my comment. I was just sitting in the airport doing nothing, and I saw you come on. I was like, oh, watch Nacho. Yeah, it was alive. Okay. And you said "I deer." Did you hit a deer, or did you see a deer, or is that a misspelling of something? That was your Monday. Okay, wait. I said "I deer." I must be tired. I missed that. So yeah. Oh wait. Maybe I do know what you're talking about. Oh, okay. Now I'm totally with you. Yeah, I saw your let's see, I saw you change your profile picture of you sitting in an airplane, and then I also saw your tiny planet in the airport. And I thought your tiny planet looked pretty cool. There was I thought the like the moving sidewalk, I thought that was pretty cool. Brett Newman, welcome to the stream, son of Shawn, Gav Noodles, and spouse of Shawn, Aaron Ide. Awesome. So Aaron and Gavin, if you don't know, Brett Newman, he's more of a drone photographer. He takes really, really cool pictures of like these big oil rigs and stuff like that. Aaron is a school teacher. She is the love of my life. She's also my best friend. And then Chevy is my son's friend, who's named after an automobile. And we play Fortnite, and he's kind of like he's a funny dude. He makes me laugh. We have a good time playing Fortnite. So, yeah, we are going to go to, where are we going? Ferguson's Brewing Company Restaurant and Pub tonight. So that'll be exciting. I don't hardly ever get to go on a business trip. So when I get to, I have a small expense account that, we can eat meals out. So it's a fun opportunity to get to know, the people I work with, and have a free hotel and free meals and stuff like that. So So we're going to try that out. I do miss my family, and I feel awkward because the tripod only went this high, so I had to make my chair small. So like I'm low to the ground. So if I put my arms on the desk, like the desk is like right here. So, but so far the studio, YouTube Studio is working really good on, for a mobile setup. So I'm happy with this. I miss my setup in my office though, with my good camera, and I was trying to figure out the lighting situation. I just have this, there's a desk lamp here. I tried to keep the background dark, but it's definitely picking me up. But I can't change the settings now because of how I set it up. Nacho doesn't get an intro. Your hotel is expensive. Yeah, my hotel is expensive, but the only reason I'm at this hotel is because it's right next to Express Scripts, which is the company that I'm taking the courses at and stuff like that. I'm learning all about internet accessibility. Dresden. Now my daughter's on here, so my entire family is on here. Everybody except for my cat and my mother who lives downstairs. But Dresden got her cast off today, so she can move her arm around freely. So that's pretty cool. And I'm having a hard time looking at the camera because I got to read you guys down here, and then I got to look up at the camera, and then I don't know why I like to look at myself. I'm over here. So, yeah. So I've got dinner plans at 8 p.m. tonight. So we're going to go till about 7:45, and then we're going to call it a night. But this is what I've decided to do this year is to do a live stream every week and see how it goes. And the live streams have been going good. So super happy with it. I don't know if you guys noticed, but let's see if I can go back. I now have 4,584 subscribers. So that's pretty awesome. And I think 2 Saturdays ago, I was on Artco's channel, and I only had 4.4 subscribers. It's like 4,000. I think it was like 4,420 something. So I gained about 160 subscribers in 2 weeks. So that's pretty good. That's a pretty good number. If I can keep that up, that'd be pretty good. I'm trying to gear up for Christmas and do, I think I'm about maxed out my Max videos. Stupid. This is a stupid joke. But I've been doing, a lot of GoPro MAX videos. I wanted to get all of the testing out of the way so I could do a proper review and then do the GoPro Hero 8. I decided to do the Max first because everybody and their brother's doing GoPro 8 videos, and so I wanted to pick the market. I wanted to pick the road less traveled, less people doing the videos, less competition, all that kind of stuff. So we're going to get the Max videos out, and then probably next week we'll start doing Mavic Mini videos. And then if you guys want to search the OBS it's OBS bot. It's another little robotic camera that tracks you. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a video comparing that to the solo shot that I have. If the video quality is better, then the solo shot will be the tracking camera for my drone, and then the Abusbot, I really don't know how to say it, but the Abusbot tail will be the camera that tracks me while I make videos. So if you So when I'm making a drone video, I'll have something on the drone, something on me, and then footage from the drone, and I think that will make a pretty good video. So pretty excited about that. We're gonna compare it to the solo shot, but it is more of like draw the green square around me and it'll track me that way. So, so yeah. Nacho says he has a few Max ideas for me. Cool. I was thinking about like when you were in town, I thought we would maybe go to a cool spot, and I thought about doing like some nighttime photography with the Maxes, but it's like snowy here and super cold. So I don't want to do that. Actually, I don't know how good our cameras will work in the cold anyway. I know they've been, I've seen some skiing, snow skiing, so they'd probably be fine. Um, but yeah, I'm super interested to hear what you have to say, Nacho. Do my 1X batteries drain to 0% sitting in the camera when turned off? I and a few others have this problem. Yeah, I think they do drain. And I don't know if they're constantly, like if there's a Bluetooth connection on that I don't know about, or like, how some cameras will go to sleep and not completely turn off. I don't know if that's happening, or it might be a feature where they, the batteries drain so that they'll last longer. I don't know, but I have noticed if I don't touch my Insta360 1X for a week or two, I've taken it places and it's been dead, and it's just like, well, that was a waste. So, I've kind of conditioned myself to plug it in the night before I'm going to go use it. So it looks like my thumbs up went from from 4 down to 3. So I don't know what that means. But there's a dusting on the ground, Nacho, and I think here in St. Louis they actually know how to handle snow, whereas down in Atlanta and even in Nashville they don't know how to handle when it snows. The biggest problem in Nashville is ice. Snow's not really that big of a deal, but what happens is the temperatures in Nashville fluctuate so much. It'll be like 10 degrees in the morning, but then it'll get up to the 50s, and so everything will melt. And then it'll go, as soon as the sun goes down, it'll go back down to like the 20s, and then all of the snow that melted will turn into ice. And then we have a problem where it'll just snow on top of that. And so it'll look like snow's no big deal, but then there'll be like black ice under it that you can't see. Whew. I'm yawning. I've been up since 4 this morning. So Chevy Car says, you should get the drone and mess with Aaron during class and attach a note to it. That'd be funny. Actually, the Mavic Mini has a little thing that goes on top of it, and I won't know it unless I see it in person, but I think it's a little Etch-a-Sketch. If you guys don't know what an Etch-a-Sketch is, it was like this little, I think it was like magnet and graphite dust, and you turn these little knobs, and then one knob went left and right, and the other knob went up and down, and so you draw like little pictures on it. And I think the Mavic Mini has some little attachment that you put on top of it. Aaron said, that's Mrs. Ide, you young man. So Chevy calls me Shawn when we're playing Fortnite. And I've kind of let it slide. I kind of let him because I like Nacho. Whew. Nacho says, looks like he'll be in for a rough ride. Yep, it should be an interesting ride for you, Nacho. So you didn't even make it to Atlanta. How are you coming? Are you skipping Nashville now and just coming straight to St. Louis so we can hang out? Or are you going to drive up to Nashville and then over? I don't really know the path to St. Louis. I know how to get to Nashville from other places, but I've never really gone to St. Louis. Oh, you're going 75? I-75? So are you? I went to college right off I-75. So that goes up to Cincinnati, I thought. Because I went to college in Berea, Kentucky, and it was on 75. So it went like up through, I'm guessing Chattanooga, Knoxville. So 75 to 25. Okay. So you're going to go 75 up. And then is it when you're in Kentucky, you're going to switch over to 25, or do you go to Cincinnati and switch over to 25? Chevy's confused because we just started talking about driving and he can't drive yet. So that's pretty funny. I'm trying to think what I was going to talk about. What do you guys think about the selfie stick video? I thought that turned out pretty well. I've done that video before. I've talked about 360 cameras, but I haven't talked about it with the Max. And I think the Max has an interesting body shape. So I actually really, really like the body shape of the Max. I wish there was an option to stitch with optical flow or without optical flow, because the optical flow, in my opinion, is what everybody's complaining about with the stitch line, because it's using optical flow, which we used to use optical flow for slow motion. And basically, if you have like 30 frames per second and you want to slow it down to 120 frames per second, it will go, you're missing 3 frames when you try to make it slow down. So basically what optical flow would do is it would make up the difference. So like if I went from here to here, and then optical flow would make up the difference and move my eyes where they need to go and move my hands where they need to go and all that kind of stuff. So that's how optical flow works. And it's also what Autopano. Well, the company was Color, and they had stitching software. And I don't know if you've seen it, where people will have like 6 GoPros in a circle, and they'll record from all of those sync GoPros, because you can turn them all on with the same remote at the same time, and then they'd bring all those files into Autopano Video and then stitch it that way. And then GoPro bought Color and put their technology into their Fusion, and now the Max. And so that optical flow technology is what they use. Excuse me, I'm a little gassy. But it costs $2 to open up that bottled water over there, so I don't think I'm going to do that. But the optical flow kind of messes up. I've really noticed it on like parking lots and grass. Like it can't figure out from one frame to the next where that blade of grass goes. Big things it can understand, like my hands or my shoulder, stuff like that. Like if I get the stitch line in any of that kind of stuff, it can understand it and does a pretty good stitch. But I noticed on the drone video that I did, the ground every once in a while would have like a little wiggle, and then the close-up, with the GoPro Max, you really want to be probably like 2 feet or 3 feet away from it for it to actually do a good job. Nacho said 75 to 24 to 64 west. Okay, so 24 goes through Nashville. So you're going to go from 75 to Chattanooga, then you're going to hit 24, go through Nashville over to 64 west. Got it. or my high beams. So it messed up the optical flow, messed up the stitch on my high beams. Is that what you're saying, Nacho? That's funny. Yeah. I was going to do a video about this app that you can put custom watch faces on your Apple Watch, but I hate the app. So I am not even going to put that on my channel. It is it's a Chinese app that I can't read half of the things that are on it. And it's one of those waste of times where I just spent hours trying to find one watch face that I liked, because they were all just kind of cheesy and made up. And then there's like a $15 subscription so you can make your own watch face. So I wasn't going to do any of that. The app is actually free. Yes. It's called, let's see if I can pull it up. It's not in the App Store, and you have to approve it on your phone. So you have to do like what a developer would do. It's not trusted in the Apple Store. Actually, I think it's trusted, but maybe it's from another country. But it's called Jing Watch. How am I going to do that? Jing Watch. And I'll show you what it looks like. Oh, looks like it's already unverified itself. But I can show you what it looks like. So on the Apple Watch, it'll have, if you go in the app section, it's that one right there that looks like a little red watch. And see, it's already gone. Well, that was a horrible demonstration. Maybe it's because I don't have it on. Let's see if we can get this up again. So if I turn it, will it? There. So it's a functioning Casio watch, digital. It's pretty sweet. But yeah, I can send you guys the video of how to do it, but I don't think I'm going to make a video of it because it's pretty cheesy. If your watch loses focus, it's an app, so it's not a legitimate watch face on your Apple Watch. So it will, your watch will go back to its own watch face after a while. So yeah. I've been wanting to make my own Apple Watch face forever. And I thought they were going to finally give us the tools to do it, but they didn't. So yeah. Yeah, Nacho, I'd pass on it. It's not that big a deal. So I watched a new show today that was pretty exciting. I downloaded it on Netflix before the flight so I could watch it during my flight to St. Louis. And it is called Raising Dion. And it is like a origin story of a guy with superpowers, but it's when he's a kid. And it's from the perspective of a single mother because the father died or has disappeared. And man, it's such a good show. It's good graphics. And it's appropriate. Like you can watch it with your kids if you want to, or your grandkids or whoever. Unlike The Boys, which is completely inappropriate for even me to watch, but I liked it. So yeah, I feel like I should have had a topic tonight because I'm just rambling, and it's 7:20. So we're going to try to go 25 more minutes, or I can give you guys your night back. But we've got 8 people in here, and I want to Um, I want to, I want to value your time. So if you guys want to talk about something specific, we can. Um, and hopefully Nacho will be here tomorrow night and we can do something cool. He said he's got some Max ideas, so maybe we can do dueling Maxes or something. I don't know. But I think I need to do a tutorial. I haven't done a tutorial in a while on how to reframe in Final Cut Pro versus the app, how I get 4K video out of my 5.6K 360 video, those types of things. So Chevy asked, what do you think is better, the iPhone XR or the 11? Trying to think what the XR is. I have had the iPhone XS. Is that what you're talking about? Or is iPhone XR something different? Let me check that out. Oh, the XR is the new one. Sorry, let me look at these specs real quick. Give me one sec. So the 11's the new one. The XR. So I have the XS. So the XR is the little color version. I would say the A11's better. But that's my opinion. So we've dropped down to 7 viewers. Do you guys want to call it a night or you guys want to keep going? I'm good at calling it a night. Nacho has one for me. 11 Pro Mac. I really want the 11 Pro. The 11 Pro Max, actually. So I have the XS Max. And the 11 Pro Max has the 3 cameras on the back and 1 on the front, and you can record all 4 cameras at the same time. That's awesome. Oh, thanks, Brent. Brent bought me a cup of coffee. I appreciate that. I do need coffee. You see these bags under my eyes? I'm struggling. So hopefully I can go out and get some Coke at the brew house. Oh, Nacho, you're going to buy me dinner? I will eat it. We don't have to go anywhere expensive or anything. We can just hang out. I've got a list. So if you ride your bike here, I told you I'm not going to get on your motorcycle, and I don't plan on getting on your motorcycle. But I have a big list from the hotel of places that they'll take us and drop us off. Or they can drop me off and you can meet me there, and then you can go home after that or something like that. But yeah, all these places are bars and grills. There's a Faraci pizza. I don't know. We'll talk about it. Oh, Aaron, I love you, girl. I appreciate that. Um, so yeah, we've been going for 40 minutes though. I didn't think we'd go that long. It took me forever to get that thing to almost work, the GoPro MAX. Um, and I think I had the same problem that I had with the Mevo. I think the Mevo didn't work very well because of any of a Wi-Fi issue. So if you had a place, if you had a controlled environment that you understood the Wi-Fi and you had time to play with it, then I think these little cameras would be great streaming solutions. But when it came down to it, I just ended up using my tablet PC. So there it is. Goodness. Hope we get some footage of me and Nacho hanging out. I plan on doing it. I think we should set up our GoPro Maxes and do some tiny planets. And he found me when I was 18, cradle robber. Yep. Erin was 18 and I was 25. But she was a mature 18 and I was an immature 25. So we kind of met in the middle a little bit. But yeah. All throughout college, I kind of had a thing for freshmen. And so Erin was right at that freshman in college age when I nabbed her up. So, yeah. But, I mean, Erin's been the perfect match for me. I think we've fought, we can count the amount of times we've really fought on our hand. And she's, she has plenty of patience with me. I have plenty of patience with her. We talk things through for the most part. I mean, we're a good match. We're a good couple. We're good parents. Erin says, I don't need to be on here. I don't ask tech questions. Erin used to be a good moderator. She would keep the questions rolling. Chevy, did you do your homework? Uh-oh. Mrs. Ide, it's getting on to you, Chevy. Well, I think I'm gonna get off here, Brett. I really, really appreciate the super chat. A cup of coffee. I will go to the lobby and get myself a Starbucks Frappuccino right now. So hope you guys have a wonderful night. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'm really glad this kind of mobile setup worked. And maybe, I'm using my Ethernet, or sorry, I'm using my SIM card. So, maybe me and Nacho will just go live somewhere in the city tomorrow. You guys can watch us hang out. So, yeah. Hope you guys have a wonderful night, and I will catch you on the next video, guys. Peace out.